Hello guys, what's going on? Today I want to talk about Titanfall and I want to talk about Machinima Respawn, and it's kind of a mixed commentary with all kinds of stuff all over the place. So let me start with Machinima Respawn because that's something that really stood out to me recently. I don't know if you guys watched the content of the new Machinima Respawn channel. It's not very good. I mean, remembering Machinima Respawn, you know, with Hutch, Nana, Sark, all that kind of stuff, Horror Alley content they did in the past. It was great. I really enjoyed their content. It was funny, it was original, it seemed to come effortless, it was playful, it was just great. I don't know if it was great for these guys, but it was great for me to watch, and then afterwards kind of Sark took over with APL Fisher, and that didn't really work to me. I kind of still enjoyed it, but it just wasn't the same, and I just thought they should have shut it down at that point already and do something else. Now they try to revive it, and they bring back other people that we already know, like Mondo, and I think APL is there again with the weekly show and stuff. And guys, please don't get me wrong, I like these guys. They're doing, you know, a great job, and obviously they have a 5,000 times bigger, 5 million times bigger subscriber base than I have, and that's fine. But I don't see myself as someone who kind of competes with them, and that's why I'm allowed to comment. I see myself just as someone who enjoys their content, or who would like to enjoy their content, and that's why I kind of see myself being entitled to an opinion, which I'm sharing now, because all I want is that Machinima Respawn becomes a channel again that is very watchable, and that is fun to watch, and that is enjoyable, and that is original, and all these kind of things. So what's wrong with it? Looking at it now, they still do have a strong focus on different gameplays and introducing new people, and like Mondo does the show where he kind of introduces new videos to the world in a way, which is not a bad idea, there's nothing wrong with that concept, but the way it's done, it reminds me very much of the idea that kind of Inside Gaming came up with. Few guys in front of the camera talking about the content, and then you have 2 or 3 guys behind the camera who kind of scream in the middle of it, and it's and the thing is, with Inside Gaming it comes really natural, it feels really effortless, it's fun to watch. With the Machinima content, it doesn't. It just feels very try hard. They're trying very hard to be funny, and they try very hard to be engaging, and it's just not fun to watch. And that doesn't mean that it's not going to be fun to watch in the future. Maybe at some point they're going to kind of develop into something that's fun. But at the moment it's just a complete car crash, to be honest. And you can see that the comments, and I feel bad for these guys because they're trying really hard. They try to do something that's fun and that's kind of original, I guess. So where's the problem? Where lies the problem within those? What would I recommend them? Not that I could recommend anything to these guys because they're obviously much longer in the game than I am, but still I feel they're doing something that the Machinima management is kind of telling them to do. It nearly screams as if someone in the background says, look guys, Inside Gaming is really successful, guy in front of the camera, people, make it funny, make it a bit quirky, and do it like this and that, and they try to kind of adopt that feedback into a concept, into kind of a program, and that doesn't really work. I think these guys should just do whatever they want to do. They should do something that they enjoy, and if that's a platform that's not funny, but a little bit more serious, then that's fine. Then that's absolutely fine. The reason why Nanas and Sark and Hutch worked was because they did what they kind of enjoyed, or what they felt was authentic and the right thing to do. And they didn't try too hard to kind of follow guidelines from people above them. And obviously, while I'm not involved in this, I have no idea what's going on behind the scenes at Machinima. Still, I feel that that's kind of what it is, and it feels very much driven by management and marketing and kind of sales numbers, and oh look, Inside Gaming sells, so do the same thing. That's not how it works, guys. Just sit down, have the balls to go to your managers and say, no dude, this is not how it works. We just do our own thing, and if that's not what you want us to do, then we're gone and we're going something else. We're going to do something else. That's fine then, but at least it's not this kind of awkward, awkward moment after the other, which it is kind of at the moment. So that's Machinima Respawn. That's my thoughts on that, and you can leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. That would be nice. I would love to hear them. Maybe you enjoy the content, maybe you think it's the best thing ever, maybe I don't know, maybe you agree. Let me know what you think, how they could possibly improve it. And I don't want to turn this into kind of a hate thing, Because I don't hate them. I have the biggest respect for them because they try very hard to create something that is engaging and fun to watch. It just doesn't really work, so maybe we can all together work on making it better with your feedback. And then I want to talk about Titanfall, because I've been playing a bit of Titanfall recently, and it kind of made me wonder. I was like, what happened with Titanfall? Like, originally we all were so excited. If we all remember the early E3s and Gamescom where the people, you know, went and could get hands-on with the game for the first time, and they came back like majorly excited. Everyone was like, oh my god, that game is gonna crush Call of Duty and it's gonna be the next huge first-person shooter. Well, now it's like, what, about a year later? No, not even a year, it's a bit less than a year, I think, but it hasn't crushed Call of Duty at all. Like, Call of Duty is still on the very top, and you can still see, I wouldn't say you can see it growing, because that's probably not what it is, but you can still see that the major interest, particularly on YouTube, is still in Call of Duty, and I don't know, like channels like Drifter and a few others that really focus on, like, you know, Call of Duty content. They are really big and everyone wants that content. So why is that? I think for one reason it is because people are attached to the brand, people are attached to the kind of mechanics that are Call of Duty, the kind of gameplay that it offers, which is probably also a bit slower paced than Titanfall. And I really enjoy the fast-paced gameplay. It's something that I like. Other people might not, so they might go back to Call of Duty and play that. So I think it's a mixture of like habits where people are just used to playing Call of Duty because they have been playing it for the last, whatever, 5 years. And at the same time, like the fast-paced gameplay and just the kind of change that that Titanfall brought in the mix. And also, the other thing is that Titanfall, I don't know why, compared to Call of Duty, probably because it's a bit more diverse with all these kill streaks, but Titanfall is very repetitive. It feels like after you played, I don't know, your first 40 hours of the game, it just feels quite repetitive, and then the only thing that keeps you engaged is the gameplay, which works really nice, but at the same time, I think for many people it's just not really what they want. It's not enough to keep them going. So I find that a bit sad, and I read a lot of people just complaining, you know, that lobbies are empty when they try to join Titanfall games. And I can confirm that I've tried to play a bit of, how's it called? Marked for Death, or however it's called, this new mod that they introduced with the latest update, or the one before that. And it's hard to find a game, and I'm living in London, you know, where a lot of people should be playing Titanfall, so it's a bit sad to see that. However, as you might know or not know, a while ago I made a video in which I kind of predicted that in the long run Titanfall will destroy Call of Duty just in terms of popularity, and I guess the question is, do I still stick to that? And I would say the answer is yes, I still stick to that, because Titanfall is the game that innovates. Titanfall had the balls to go out and do new things, and while not everything is probably great and hit the nail on the head, at the same time there are things that work really well, like the wall running, like the double jumping, and you can see that now affecting the new Call of Duty Advanced Warfare as well, where they do have double jumping and the whole gameplay is more fast paced, and it's quite interesting how Titanfall did have an impact on that. And I think everyone who says, oh well, they started developing that even way before Titanfall came out, well, at the same time Titanfall came out and they still had like 6 months, 8 months, you know, to kind of make changes to the game. And I do believe that it did have quite a big impact. You know, the success of Titanfall impacted the design and concept of Advanced Warfare quite a bit. So I think that's a good thing. You know, Titanfall kind of mixed up the first-person shooter world a bit and introduced new concepts. And like I said, because it does introduce new concepts and because it is more innovative, and I think the guys at Respawn have more balls to just introduce new things to the game and play around with new concepts and, you know, just are more playful and open. I think that is gonna be the little piece that, you know, will make Titanfall more successful in the long run. And it might take Titanfall 2, Titanfall 3, but I think if they have the right ideas and find a way to kind of translate those into the game, then they can only win. And then in the next 3-4 Call of Duty games, they will lose a lot of numbers of sales and Titanfall will just gain a lot of numbers. And I still stick to that prediction. So anyway, guys, that's just stuff I wanted to talk about. You can leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. You can subscribe to my channel. That would be appreciated because my subscribers are the most pretty and handsome and intelligent people in the world. And if you want to count yourself to those people, then you better subscribe to my channel right now. This gameplay comes to an end, so all that remains to be said for me is thanks for watching, and I see you guys next time. Stay tuned. Bye.